Welcome to your feature presentation, the podcast where we bring you the latest and greatest movies in pop culture. Today we're going over the 2026 IMAX movie releases.
Later, after the list, stick around. Heath and I catch up on what's caught our attention over the winter, movies, TV shows, etc. See you there.
Dude, we are back. Episode
Welcome
70.
back.
We have taken, I feel like it's actually been longer than it feels because me and you were on another podcast together between that and we pre-recorded that. So we've been gone. It's been like 6 weeks since we've had an episode.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's been a long time.
It was before Christmas. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm really excited to kind of chat with what we've been doing over the holidays, but we're going to go right into this IMAX list because this year is going to be really good. I mean, I think you know what movie I'm talking about, but there's one movie that that's all I need for the year as a movie fan, and I think I'll be satisfied. And let alone our December is going to be insane. And there's a notable movie that I know my Andrew is sad about that's not getting an IMAX release because there's so many movies. So let's just get right into this. I'm going to read the list first, and then we'll kind of break it down slowly. So the IMAX releases, this is confirmed as of January, which we're obviously well into when the time of recording. And this is, as they get later, we'll talk about it, but there's a few that's like, I could see this changing.
Sure.
But most of them are set in stone. So, okay. January, we have Mercy. In March, we have The Bride. Sorry, it's exclamation mark. So The Bride and Project Hail Mary. April, we've got Super Mario Galaxy. May, we've got Mortal Kombat and The Mandalorian and Grogu. June, we've got Toy Story 5 and Supergirl. July, we have Minions 3, Moana, and The Odyssey. August, we have Flower Vale Street, which is tentative at this point. September, we have Resident Evil, new reboot. October, there's a Tom Cruise untitled project, and Street Fighter. November, Hunger Games prequel and Chronicles of Narnia. December, Avengers Doomsday, and Dune Part 3. That's crazy. That is a crazy list. So Mercy is the Chris Pratt kind of, it's the AI future crime thing.
Right. You've been convicted of a crime, and the burden of your innocence rests on your shoulders. You have to prove yourself innocent. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of it. I don't know if I'll see it or not, but I was just kind of like, it looks fine, but it's not one I must see. Do you have any opinion on Mercy?
We're gonna go see it. My wife and I. We're really big Rebecca Ferguson fans.
Oh,
so she's in Wool. She's in Dune. Mm-hmm. She was in.
I love how you called it Wool. It's a Silo for the non.
I'm
fans
sorry
out there. No, it's okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You just showed your book reader. So
yeah, flexing so my books. She was in The Greatest Showman. My wife loves The Greatest Showman. So she's an incredible actress. And Silo. So we're going to go see it mostly for her, and I'm hoping that she's in it like a lot, but it seems like if she's just the AI voice that kind of leads Chris Pratt through his findings, that it better be entertaining because we're kind of going for Rebecca.
Yeah, and it seems kind of like that. Yeah, I mean, it's basically them in a room the entire movie, and we kind of get outside of that through like technology and kind of stuff. But It's always one of those movies, like, is it just take place in this one room the entire time, you know?
Which like The Ambulance, I think was what it was called. I've seen a movie that literally was in one room, Jake Gyllenhaal, and that was riveting. Like, it's possible. You can do it.
Man, there was that movie, that's like my number one fear, but it's a Ryan Reynolds movie where he gets buried. I think it's just called Buried, literally. Actually.
Oh, I was like, buried?
But yeah, the whole thing takes place as he's like putting a coffin in the ground. Yeah. And that's a fear of mine for sure. Getting buried alive is like, man, they tell those stories about grave sites used to having like bells, so
Yeah.
like, hey, if you're
Like,
not dead.
awake.
But yeah, I'm excited for that movie. Like I said, it's just not one of my like standouts, but
Sure.
that's awesome and Rebecca Ferguson, she's in this and Dune, so that'll be a crazy run. Just
I
those two
know.
movies, that's crazy. Um, okay, and then we've got The Bride in March. We've got The Bride and Project Hail Mary. Um, The Bride, yeah, which is the
Get some more
writer.
Frankenstein action here. Yeah.
Isn't it weird how it seems like we had two Jungle Books come out at the same time? We have two Frankenstein that come close. Like, what is it that
Yeah.
there's people with these projects that don't have like they're very what do you call that? They're in the public like domain. Or they have different rights issues. You can remake the movie or you can remake
Yeah.
the book.
Like, I feel like also when Guillermo del Toro
Yeah.
did Pinocchio, there was another Pinocchio that also came out
Yeah, you're right.
like within 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a weird thing. Like, oh, two different directors and two different studios said, let's make a Pinocchio movie. Let's make a Frankenstein movie. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems a little weird. Maybe that's just like a glimpse into, what's the word? Production hell. Where like there could be 5 different Frankenstein movies just stuck in pre-production and we would never know about them. And 2 of them happen to make it through. I think that's part of movie making I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. It's like, yeah, one could have been there for a while and this one got fast tracked. But I do think so. This is a Maggie Gyllenhaal written and directed, which is cool.
Yeah.
And it's going to have Jake Gyllenhaal in it. And then obviously Christian Bale and who's the bride? Jessica Buckley is the bride.
Yeah.
Great cast. I'm like, I think this is going to be a solid movie. I mean, I think Christian Bale really throws himself into all the projects he does. So it's like other times this happens, like I think we're probably going to get 2 good Frankenstein movies pretty close together. I'm like,
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, all of our weird Frankenstein stuff is not to say that this movie doesn't look good, because it does look pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. And what's really going to take my excitement in March, unfortunately for The Bride, is Project Hail Mary. I mean,
yeah, totally.
This was my favorite book I read last year.
Yep.
It was the first read. I love The Martian. I love the story of The Martian. I thought it was a great movie. And then this is, same
book, Project Hail Mary.
Yeah. And so just like same author. And it was such a fun book. And I think going in knowing that Ryan Gosling was going to be in it, I was already picturing him. And I think it just fit so perfectly, that casting. And I love space movies. I think we're both big space kind of borders on some sci-fi, and it's great. So yeah, super pumped.
Yeah. We've been talking about this adaptation for a year or more.
Yeah.
As soon as it was released, or like they were like, yes, we're making this movie, we're filming it next summer or whatever, we started talking about it. And that was a video that I remember on our TikTok got some traction because it kind of meshed book talk and movie talk into one section there, because that was kind of at the height of that book. Tons of people were reading it and were freaking out about it. Like, whoa, this is good. This is like incredible sci-fi, and which is to be expected with Andy Weir. So that was a cool moment, and I'm glad that we've been talking about it for so long. And it looks like it's gonna pay off. Like, there were some reservations, obviously, when a book that you love is adapted, but it looks incredible.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna be a watch.
I know one of the things we talked about on that, some of the stuff, like the shorts we did, were the that there's a puppetry guy that's gonna play one of the. I'll spoil it, but there's an alien, which I think it's in the trailer, which I feel like the first teaser they didn't show it. And I always wonder, is like, did they change their mind? But I think you did need some for the movie. It's like, it's not just a straightforward space. Like, there's definitely some sci-fi in this, like sort of added elements. But that got me excited that there's some puppetry involved. Even if it's all mocap, I still think I mean, I was just picturing like a guy like on all fours, just like scurrying on his fingers or something.
Like pulling an Andy Serkis and just
Yeah,
like having like a weird green costume on and having to act.
yeah, like a rock spider.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely my. I think that's my. I don't know. It's one of the big three I'm excited for, and I'm probably honestly more excited for this movie than I am even like Dune. Um,
Oh,
which I
sure.
know is crazy. I just love the book so much.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it before, but Dune Messiah, I don't really like the book. I think it was too sci-fi for me. It was just too slow. It was just kind of, I don't know. If you like it, that's awesome. But I'm hoping Dune Part 3, Dune Messiah, I'm hoping the movie kind of I enjoy it more than the book, I guess, which I'm not. I feel like that's rare. When I like read a book, I'm like, they better do it this well. And that's the one I'm like,
Mhm.
it could be improved in my opinion. And I really hope. And I think Denis Villeneuve will improve upon it, but um, I'm I'm hoping they do so.
That's one of the strong positives for adapting from a book into a movie. When things feel slow on the page and they feel like a really like dragging through the
Mhm.
buildup, you can show that in a really compelling way visually. Not to say that Frank Herbert wrote the book poorly. He wrote it well,
Yeah.
but it is slow and it takes a long time,
Hmm.
especially compared to the half, like the second half of Dune.
Yeah.
When you go right into Dune Messiah and you're like, really?
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that Denis Villeneuve has brought it to life in a visual way that is like incredibly entertaining and keeps the energy from Dune Part 2 rolling in.
Yeah.
That's really what I want. I can watch 3 hours of Dune Part 2 easily because it has that energy and it keeps me connected to it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really excited for that.
For sure.
But that's in December. We're not there yet.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say we'll just kind of skip way forward, but
I
so
know. Yeah.
April, um, Super Mario Galaxy and Michael. I forgot to mention that Michael, the the biopic, biography, documentary. I always get confused at what I call it, but um, it's all about Michael Jackson, the king of pop.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I heard
Um,
about this one.
yeah. It looks really good. I think it's hard because obviously Michael Jackson. There is definitely some like there's
Yeah.
opinions, there's thoughts about like especially like near the end of his life, and there's I don't know. It is difficult to kind of take that out, but like the Queen biopic, I think this is gonna have amazing movie, or sorry,
This is
amazing
gonna have
music.
amazing movie.
Dude, they're gonna be watching Return of the King extended edition in the movie, even though this was like way before. It's gonna be all over.
It's gonna be there.
Um, but yeah, I think it's obviously gonna have incredible music, and especially I love the Queen biopic. And if it's like
Yeah.
that, which as a music nerd, I love the in studio moments, like how they wrote that. Like the Queen biopic, have you seen it?
Oh yeah. It was great.
There's okay, so like when the bassist shows up with the rhythm for Another One Bites the Dust, and they're like
Mhm.
mid argument, and he goes, "Just shut up and listen to this riff I wrote. Like I think I really got something." He just starts playing it, and it like ends the fight, and they all just start jamming to it, and
So cool. Yeah.
not that my band ever did anything, noteworthy, but I remember feeling those moments when you're just like writing something and you're just like you just get in a groove and just like once somebody does something and then you riff off that and you're just like, hey, we made a cool little chord change. We made a cool
It's
little
magic. Yeah.
jam. Yeah, it's so fun. And seeing the people who wrote these iconic songs and record these songs, so cool. So cool. So yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
I think this is something I can kind of separate myself from because we don't even have to get into, obviously all the Michael Jackson stuff, but I think this is something that, especially it's a lot of his early stuff that I think I can just go in and just enjoy this for.
Oh yeah.
The guy did a lot of cool stuff and made a huge impact, obviously, on the music industry. So,
Yeah.
so Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, dude. I'll probably watch it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
The
mean,
Mario movie was really funny.
it was great.
really good.
I I was a little bummed that I feel like I wish we had they had lived in the I feel like going to Galaxy, just Galaxy wasn't my jam. I was so into like
No.
N64 Mario, and even though like that came out when I was like too young to play it even, but that's one of my favorite video games of all time. And so I kind of wish they'd done I don't need all the introduction. Like Super Mario Galaxy came out in like '07, and that still feels too new of Mario for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
Mario Sunshine is like, that's where I stopped playing new Mario games. And that's just me because, you know, I was playing the Call of Duty and the Halo, you know, but you're right. The first one was great, and I'm excited for this one.
You know what's really weird? That Benny Safdie is playing Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
Josh and Benny Safdie make Marty Supreme. They make Good Time with Robert Pattinson. They make sad, hard to watch, gritty movies.
Yeah.
And then Benny Safdie's like, yeah, I'll play Bowser Jr. Like, what? Really?
Yeah. He just does what he can, right?
Range. That's range, babe.
Actually, I want to hear about your Benny Safdie is the guy from he's going to be in The Odyssey.
Yeah.
He's Agamemnon. But also he was the bad corporate guy in Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh,
so he does some comedy. Okay.
Yeah. Do you like the original Happy Gilmore?
No.
Okay, then don't watch this. I was gonna say if you but honestly, there's one part where Benny Safdie, it's not quality. I would say if you don't like Happy Gilmore, you're not gonna like this one because it's just like it's just the same stuff. But there's one part where they keep making the joke that he has terrible breath, Benny Safdie's character. And he's like, we have the latest technology, and then he's like, this door opens by breath control, and he like breathes on it, and the computer AI goes, fart recognized, and it opens the door. And I just feel like that joke awoke like middle school Heath, and I laughed way too hard. Like, glad I was alone. I was just like, oh my word. I was just, it's so funny. But yeah, wow, what a range. Benny Safdie.
Yeah, there you
go. Toy Story 5. I don't think I don't think I saw 4, honestly.
4 was wasn't 4 was with the purple teddy bear, right?
No, that was 3.
Or was that Toy Story 3?
Yeah.
Man, I think I dropped off after Toy Story 3.
Yeah. 3 was the big, like, they went to new, like the daycare, went to the new.
I did see Toy Story 4 because Bonnie, they become Bonnie's toys.
Yes.
Bonnie brings back the spork, and he's like, you're like me, trash. Like, I remember that.
Okay, so that's 4?
Forky. Yeah, Toy Story 4 is Forky.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh, that's whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's like a lower rated, but I mean, even that one's the lowest rated, and it's still like a 7.9 on IMDb, like 84 Metascore. Like, it's still high. I don't know. I feel like it's hard because my kids are a little too young for those movies. I have such a heart for the Toy Story franchise. Like, that's totally how Andy plays with his toys in the first Toy Story. That's how I played with my toys, 100%.
Literally. Yeah.
And my we just went on a Disney vacation with all our extended family and parent-in-laws and everything like that, but brought kids and stuff. But they wanted to get us all shirts, like my mother-in-law, and so she was like, tell me your favorite Disney character, because we were each gonna have different characters on our shirts. And I was like, Emma will say it too. She's like, you had like an existential crisis. I'm like, how do you pick your favorite Disney character? I'm like, I really identify with Andy from Toy Story the most. Like, that's my most, like, that's my favorite Disney character.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
You know what? They don't sell Andy t-shirts. They don't.
They sell Andy's toys. You should have gotten just the bottom of Woody's boot. Like it looks like Woody stepped on you, and
Yeah.
it's on your T-shirt. It just says Andy.
I used to do that as a joke on my Vans. On the bottom of my Vans, I take a Sharpie and just write Andy, like Woody had.
Hilarious.
And I'd
Yeah.
forget about it, and then I just like put my foot on my knee, and then like somebody was like, "Does it say Andy on the bottom?"
You're like,
It cracked me
oh
up.
yeah.
So
I
funny.
used to. I like Sharpied Andy on some of like my toys' feet because my name is
That's
Andrew.
awesome. Yeah.
Like that works. And then we gave the toy away to my cousin Michael.
Oh,
And
Michael.
he got it back, and I saw Mike on the bottom of the foot. Oh, I was about to throw down. I was like, "You dare erase the legacy?"
Dude, Michael sounds like he needs to go touch grass. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Get your own toys, Mike. Anyway, I digress.
yeah, I mean, dude, I get it, man. I get it. So Supergirl is also coming out in June.
dude.
I feel like I'm like middle of the road with this one. I don't know. I feel like DC, the new DC, is still kind of proving itself. You liked Superman a lot more, so why don't you talk about this? Like, are you pumped with Supergirl?
I'm so pumped. I'm hands down in for the DC universe. Anything James Gunn is doing.
Yeah.
As far as like 100% canon things in the DCU, we have Creature Commandos, which was incredible animated show. We have the 2 seasons of Peacemaker. Loosely connected is James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie, but that's like not 100% canon, so most people don't include it on the list. And then the third thing in the DCU is Superman, and Superman just crushed. I've watched that movie at least twice all the way through, probably 3 or 4 times in parts, like sections. And it just hit, like it was a home run for me. It hit so hard on so many different levels. We've talked about it before, like the impact and the positivity of a genuine hero, someone who is doing good for goodness sake, for the sake of being good and just. So refreshing, so fun. I think David Corenswet did a great job. James Gunn is doing a great job. So I'm amped on any DC projects. There hasn't been a genuine miss for me so far since they launched the canonized cinematic universe. They also have a Clayface movie coming out that's like a genuine horror and goes back to like Clayface's introduction in the Batman the Animated Series, which I love. So I'm really amped about that one too. So that's just all high energy for me for DCU, and I'm in.
Yeah. No, and I get it. And it's kind of cool. It's almost like a sequel adjacent, you know? I think that's kind of cool. Like I'm sure we're going to get a Superman 2, but it's kind of like, hey, you like Superman? Here's that same realm, you know? Very tied to it. Obviously, we saw her in the Superman movie.
Right.
And I really liked the Superman movie. I just know you liked it a lot more than I did.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like one of your top movies of the year.
Yeah.
What I am really pumped about is this is our introduction to Jason Momoa as Lobo.
As Lobo? Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I was gonna say I love that character. And I'm excited for like seeing like Jason Momoa. It's so interesting that to hear him, like especially when he was Aquaman, he was so much smaller of an actor then. I mean, he came off of Game of Thrones, which is huge, but it was a non-English speaking role, you know, which isn't, you know, nothing. I'm not going against the Dothraki. Let me tell you, I'm, you know,
don't you dare.
I don't need those horse lords against me, but, a crown for a king. I guess he does say a few English lines. Is it weird that I said that when I gave my daughter her princess crown that she asked for?
No.
Okay, good. Just makes me a fan.
Yeah.
But to see, because hearing that he auditioned for Batman before like Affleck, and then they were like I think there was something about he wanted to play Lobo, or they thought they were gonna say Lobo. Gave him Aquaman, and as soon as James Gunn took over DC, they're like, you can find the clip online. James Gunn's like, he texted me, Lobo, like, I want to play
Hilarious.
Lobo for you. Like,
Yeah.
And that's so interesting that Jason Momoa is playing, who knows how big Lobo will be. It'll just be kind of like, do people love his character? Will we get a Lobo movie? How is that going to play out? Will he be a villain in Justice League? Who knows? But the fact that we're getting like one of the Justice League from a few years ago, playing a completely different character as a villain, that would never happen in Marvel. But anyways, I do think that concept is very interesting.
No, so for one moment, let's talk about this, because I think this might be a bias that exists inside of my heart.
Okay.
Do I like that Jason Momoa is playing Lobo in a new section, like a new DC universe, when he has played very solidly and in 3 or 4 movies a different character as Aquaman?
Mm-hmm.
Do I like that? Yes. Do I like that Robert Downey Jr. is back after playing in the same connected universe, playing a different character that he's established as Iron Man, and he's coming back and playing someone else after his death and I'm done? No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And maybe we can explore into my heart and find out, why am I anti-MCU right now? And is there a good reason for it? Like, is there actually a good reason for me to not be excited for Robert Downey Jr.? I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah. Go check out our Doomsday episode we did a couple weeks ago. It's so funny because I was heated and I was like, let's talk about this, just do a mini episode. We did that with Andrew Clark, and then you got heated. I didn't know you were that passionate about it too. And I was like, I just think it's driving me nuts, and we'll move on because we did a whole little mini episode about it. But it's just that idea of that's all they have going is the characters. Like, it's like this.
Yeah.
They're going to be in it, and they're going to be in it. And it's just like the first promotion was all those chairs, the names. Now we're getting all these little teasers with all these people. And I'm like, dude, yes, I want to see Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart as the original X-Men characters. That's awesome. But that doesn't make the movie. And I'm just so like, we've seen it so many times. Days of Future Past. Oh my gosh, they came back. Logan. Oh my gosh, Patrick Stewart came back. Deadpool
What a
will
great send-off
okay.
for him. And then he shows up in Multiverse of Madness, and now he shows up again, and it feels like Logan. What was Logan for? That was a perfect way to do it. And they just, it's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's
there's so many, like, after that episode, there's so many people on, I don't know if it was Instagram too, but on TikTok, they're like, dude, read a comic book. That's all the comics do is kill characters off and then bring them back. And I'm like, listen, it seems like you know more about comic books than I do. I like movies mostly, and I don't like that. That doesn't work in films. Like, that doesn't work in movie series. That's a major difference between comic books and movies. Comic books will get new artists, new writers, and rewrite new stories. And as far as I'm concerned, that's like recasting.
Yeah.
And that's what I want them to do. I want them to recast. Get new people to do it. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, and we do have to be careful because we're coming to the point where James Earl Jones, before he passed away, sold his voice to Disney, that they can use AI to have like that algorithm set up, whatever it is, that they can use his voice in projects. So we will always have the voice of Darth Vader in that, which is like, okay, but it's going to happen to actors. Like someone like Robert Downey Jr. It's like, are we just going to have an AI of him playing Iron Man in Avengers 17? It's just like, yeah, I totally get that. I've dabbled in comic books. I would definitely more of a movie fan than a comic book fan, but I've read them and I get it because they can just keep bringing back the same people. No one ever dies. They always come back. But comic books are so repetitive, and movies can fix that because they can actually be different, and I don't know. It's just becoming, that's all they have left, because we've had how many, X-Men reboots have we had with new actors, and now they pull the old ones in to have them in the new movie, which is cool, I guess. I mean, I'm just tired of it, to be honest. I feel like that's all they have. It's like they're literally shoving the X-Men, the Avengers, all together. And I'm just like, but also, what's the story? Is it a good story? Like,
I think that's our takeaway from this is we're genuinely not being negative just to be negative. I'm pumped about Supergirl and Lobo and Superman and DC stuff because I like where the story's going and I see pieces of the story coming together.
yeah.
And I don't like this come and see these actors reprise their role pitch for a movie because there's no story. In 10 months, when we see this movie,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we'll be freaking out and we can clip this right now and we'll like confess our apologies and say there was a great story there. That would be awesome. And I'm on the side of that. I hope.
Mm-hmm.
You and I both we want the best for a movie.
Yeah.
We're not complaining just to complain, but we're just saying we don't see a story yet. And
I think we're more tired about the campaign, I think, than anything. And I totally realized our list went out of order, so we will get back to May. We jumped over May.
That's fine. Who cares?
So yeah, we will. Yeah, I just want to see more like genuine tease, genuine story, something that's like actually getting me excited. The issue too is you're pumped about Supergirl because the last DC movie was Superman, which was your favorite movie of the year. It's following that. It's in that universe. It's doing new things that we haven't seen before, new stories.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel, what was the last Marvel movie? Can you even say what the last one you saw was? Did you love it? When was the last one that you loved?
Oh, the last one I loved?
Either of those. Yeah, if you got both.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah. And it's like, and again, was that movie just riding off the coattails of all the Spider-Man being together? Like,
yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And I loved it. I love seeing Tobey Maguire. So I'm like, I love that we have that as a movie. But it's just, if that's all you have, I just don't think it's a basis. And it's not going to get me excited. I've seen this before.
Right.
I've seen Hugh Jackman fight Daredevil. Or, my gosh, Deadpool.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've been waiting for that for a long, long time. But what else do you have? And it's
you can only do it so many times.
Yeah.
If I see Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man again, I'm going to be mad. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like, didn't we kind of, or, you know what I'd be more excited about is an actual Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. Like a full
rather
in
than
his
him
universe.
visiting from another universe again.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I agree.
Stuff like that I would rather see. But anyways, if they were honestly did something really weird and we're actually going to release like a 45-minute special that's going to be a mini movie, and one's going to be Tobey Maguire and one's going to be Andrew Garfield, and you're going to get what happened right when they left and when they came back and they're fighting another villain or something, like give them a mini little story.
Disney Plus exclusive.
Yeah. That'd be so fun. I would be all about that.
Yeah.
But, okay. So jumping back to May, Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out. I don't have much to say about that. I'm excited. It looks fun, but I don't have anything more to say about that unless you do. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out in May. We've talked about this before, but it's weird because this is definitely the most popular new Star Wars character. I just went to Disney, went to Galaxy's Edge, and he was walking around with Baby Yoda. But the trailer looks kind of mid to me. It was just a teaser, I guess. I should clarify. And season 3 of The Mandalorian was okay. It was definitely a stumble, not as, season 1 and season 2 are beautiful. They're dang near perfect in my opinion. We just talked about promoting. There is no promotion for this movie.
Yeah.
And that really scares me because I'm like, do they not have faith in this? Have you seen any, walking through the grocery store, there's so much Stranger Things merch leading up to season 5. Have you seen anything for Mandalorian and Grogu? I know we're a couple months out, but this is Star Wars in IMAX.
I feel like the Star Wars method, because it's not an episode, so it's not 1 through 9.
Yeah.
The Star Wars method for these other projects, TV shows and movies like Rogue One and stuff, is not a lot secrecy. And then 1 month before the movie, they just floor it and they flood everything. So 1 month before release, everything that you see all the time is always Star Wars. And I think that's a strong tactic for someone like for the people who are just casual Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
We're going to go see it, obviously.
Right.
But then there are people that are like, oh, it's not in the main like universe. I might not see it. If that's all you're looking at, walk through the store 1 month before it comes out, you're more likely to go see it. I feel like that's their tactic. But we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. I just feel like they have something that's so interesting. They have a property like their other Star Wars. I mean, I think Baby Yoda and The Mandalorian are as iconic to the masses as Luke, Han, and Leia at this point, because who doesn't know who Baby Yoda is? You know?
Right.
Who hasn't seen clips of Baby Yoda, even if they've never watched 1 second of the TV show? So it's just like, I just don't understand why we're not seeing that. And maybe you're right. Maybe we are going to get the flood. Good thing we're a part of the covenant and we can always fire the ring if that, flood happened. But,
what? Wait, what is this?
Just dipped in
Halo. I was like, you lost me.
Ever since I said,
is this thing on?
Playing Halo, I was thinking about it. And I'm an Xbox guy from, the OG, but I have a PS5 now, and Halo is coming to PS5, and I'm going to crush through those. So, all right, so we can move on from that. We're skipping June because we just did that, but that's Toy Story and Supergirl. I don't have anything to say about. So July is Minions 3. I don't have anything to say about that.
No.
Moana, the live action, which I feel like it's weird. I think Moana 2, the music was terrible.
Yeah.
I love the first one, but I'm like, once again, coming off that, and it feels so weird that we're getting a Moana 2, or we just got a Moana 2, and now we're getting a live action Moana. I don't know. It's just odd. I don't know. And maybe it's just my type of kid, because my daughter loves movies. She loves cartoons, but she just does not have any desire to watch live action. So I'm kind of in a weird place where like she just wants to watch Moana again. She does so I'm not going to take her to go see the live action Moana. And it's one of those live action remakes that are like, who's this actually for? And they'll still make money because their people are like, it's a Disney movie in the theater. So
yeah, I'm good. That's all right. I hope people have fun watching it.
Yeah,
I'm all right.
Yeah, God love him, and
oh, jeez.
I wish him well. I wish him well.
And then there's this really small indie film that somehow made it to IMAX that's coming out July 17th. What was that one?
It's called The Odyssey. Oh, The Odyssey. Sorry, I mispronounced that.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Is this attached to the Adventures in Odyssey universe?
It probably is a prequel. I don't.
Okay.
There was some sort of dusty book on my shelf that also has the same title. I don't think it's related though.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. It is a book. How long can we keep this joke going, by the way? It's just like, I think it was a book originally by the guy who was in The Simpsons, Homer. That's right. He wrote it. I don't know if it's in universe. I don't know if Homer
will show up, actually.
Okay, that makes sense. Like he'll be a part of it. It's kind of like a Lego movie where every character kind of comes in from different universes.
Actually, it's more like the Princess Bride. The movie, The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan, will start with Homer opening the book, The Odyssey, and reading it to his son.
I can't do a Homer. I was just about to try. I don't have a Homer.
That's
Star Wars parodies. Ah! That's the only line I keep hearing in my. That would be hilarious. Just like Homer Simpson just like sits down. Okay, Dad, what are we reading?
Yeah.
The Odyssey. I wish I had a Homer. You got a Homer? Let's see your Homer.
Dude.
Go for it.
Never even watched The Simpsons before.
Do it. Just do it.
I just want a donut. I don't know what he sounds like.
That was better than mine.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
What's his neighbor's name?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't think I've watched an episode either.
He's just like, he's always ragging on his neighbor for being like an evangelical Christian. He's like, Don't you talk to my son. I hate your guts. Get away from me. Anyway.
But I guess we'll talk about the actual movie now.
Oh, sure.
The Odyssey. I mean, we talked about it before in our couple episodes, but I mean, yeah, we had a whole episode about this originally.
Yeah.
I mean, Christopher Nolan, he's a director that I will go see anything without a trailer. He is just no misses for me. They're insightful. They're original. This is, I believe, his first adaptation.
For Christopher Nolan?
Yeah. Has he adapted other things?
I mean,
like,
Batman would be in a...
Oh, yeah. Honestly, it's so funny. I love those Christopher Nolan Batman movies, but I just think of those in a different
but they're so
category.
uniquely his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only feel like his for sure, but I don't know why. I guess I consider like, Tenet and Interstellar and all those kind of movies just in a different category, I guess, than Batman.
Yeah. Oppenheimer and Dunkirk. Well, he was a producer for Dunkirk, I think. Those are like historical stuff.
Oh, he was director of Dunkirk.
Oh, did he direct it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tight. Yeah. So those are like more historical things.
Yeah. No, I just it's cool because he has done
terrific.
Yeah, he's done period pieces, but very different period than he's used to. But yeah. I mean, I trust that director so much right now, and this is my number one for the summer, for the year. It's just like I've been waiting for this. If this is the only movie we got this year, I would be fine. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want a lot of movies.
Literally.
I want a lot of good movies, but I will be shocked. What if it's bad?
And my
what
boy
if it is hot?
Boy, Robert Pattinson is in it.
Dude, everyone's in.
If it literally, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Mia Goth, Zendaya, Charlize Theron, John Bernthal, Benny Safdie, which we talked about. Yeah, Matt Damon, obviously.
Bart recognized.
Bart. Man.
You know what he strikes me as too is with him in Happy Gilmore, he seems like a guy who doesn't take himself too seriously. Like, his Christopher Nolan, his like those other movies you mentioned, like that is probably his passion. But I love the fact that he can just be the doofus in Happy Gilmore too. Like, that's just, dude, I love those kind of people.
So, like, yeah, for more context, he was a writer for The Smashing Machine, Dwayne Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
He was a writer for Uncut Gems, and he was writer, director, like co-director, and an actor in Good Time with Robert Pattinson, which is my favorite Robert Pattinson movie ever. And I watched Good Time, and I was like, oh, Rob Pat is an excellent actor. And from there, it just snowballed. So for those listening, Ben Safdie is incredible, and so is Rob Pat.
Yeah, it's great, and I think Nolan has that great ability too, that he can use small parts to be filled with like great actors, and he's not afraid to just have them in that. Like, I think there's a tendency of like, oh, dude, we got so and so in this, we have to have him throughout the movie, and I think he's like,
wait, yeah,
there could be one. I don't know. I try not to like pick into that movie too hard because I just want to experience it. But I fully would believe like huge actors are in his movies that are there for one scene, and it's perfect,
yeah, he does it a lot.
And we're not going to jump back onto the talking bad about Avengers Doomsday, but Robert Downey Jr. was asked to play Poseidon in The Odyssey, and he couldn't because of Avengers Doomsday. And I'm like, man, Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer was incredible. And I would have much rather seen him play Poseidon than Dr. Doom.
Something other than a Marvel character.
Yeah. And it's like, I get it. Because like for Downey, he's like, hey, we killed off your character. They give him $50 million every time he shows up in a movie.
Seriously.
And as an actor, he's like, you get $50 million again, but you're playing a villain. Like, I feel like as an actor, that's such an easy in. You're like, sure, something different.
Yep.
Still get $50 million. I don't know. That's how much he's getting paid, but they do it every time.
You're probably lowballing it, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, all right.
Anything else about the Odyssey?
No, there's too much to say, and we've already said too much in previous episodes. Even
Yeah.
we're gonna see it. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. That's definitely, if there's, I feel like we should try to at least see 3 movies together and do after shows.
You lowballed RDJ's salary for that movie by half.
$100 million.
$100 million.
That's just crazy. I do kind of feel like, what's the other 50 for? Like, you know what? I don't know. I just feel like if you're getting paid that much per movie, does it really matter that much? Like, I would almost feel like, dude, I'll take 50 again. 50 million is good. Like, I don't need.
That was great.
You just paid me 50 million a few years ago. I don't need a. I'm still living.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I'm still burning through that.
Yeah, I've invested it. It's actually doing pretty good. That's insane. Well, also, I think it's gonna make money, but I'm just thinking about, so the movie with just Robert Downey Jr. has, is over, the budget's over 100 million, and I'm just like, there's so many movies that we've talked about that, I mean, I don't think the budget does not make a good movie. I would say that if passionate people writing good material with good actors makes good movies, and I think, I don't know, I much rather, I love hearing the story of like Brad Pitt, like this is so ridiculous, but he did the scene in Deadpool 2 when he showed up for like 3 seconds. That was a day of work, and he did it for a cup of coffee and a sandwich. It's just like,
that's
stuff
incredible.
like that. Like, because he was like, this is hilarious that he's in this, and I don't know. Good for him for making that much money, but I'm just like, it's something I'm not excited about, and I'm like, 50 million. You should have used that 50 million and given us a better story. I'm already going to call it. The story is not going to be amazing, and they should have put more money into the script. Also, I promise we'll move on, but the last thing the Russo brothers do, who are the writer and directors on this one, is the Electric State, and the Electric State was so mid. So I'm like, there's nothing to hype this around it. I will move on. Flower Vale Street.
Yeah, little to nothing known about this movie right now. I will say that there's some speculation online about its connection to the Cloverfield universe, which would be incredible. So, some things that could connect it is the J.J. Abrams producer bridge here. He's not directing. That's David Robert Mitchell, who I'm unfamiliar with. He did It Follows, which I've heard very good things about.
I watched it. It was I thought it was a decent movie, but a perfect concept. It was like,
oh yeah,
it's one of those horror movies that's like, that is such a terrifying premise.
All right, it's on my list. Yeah, but starring Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway. Yeah, she's got a killer year coming up. She's got like 5 movies releasing in 2026.
Yeah, and they're all crazy movies.
Yeah. So Flower Vale, we don't know a whole lot other than it takes place in the 80s, and it's kind of this like bizarre mystery, potentially horror neighborhood thriller action thing. The photo on IMDb is of what looks like a backlit dinosaur. Ewan McGregor has already in an interview flat out denied any dinosaurs. Someone was like, hey, are there dinosaurs in this movie? He goes, I don't know where anyone got dinosaurs like from the movie that I was in, but it was a really fun movie to do. Like, it's going to be great. So you should go see it. And I was like,
it's so funny.
Okay, so either you're lying about the dinosaurs for some reason, or there's no dinosaurs and it's fake.
Dude, and it's also, he's one of those people that's such a veteran of those interviews and keeping secrets. Yeah. Like,
secrets.
I feel like he could, like, I don't know, I just take everything that he says with a grain of salt. He's very good at interviews and keeping stuff. So,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so yeah, this is kind of like a thriller mystery horror. It'd be sweet if it was in part of the Cloverfield kind of franchise.
Yeah, I'd love more to connect to Cloverfield.
Yeah. And I do want to say too, I love this type of thriller. We were talking about it before we recorded, but there's kind of like a sub genre of horror where it's kind of like this, then what's going on next door, like Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf, or like Fright Night, The Burbs with Tom Hanks. Like it's all like something weird is going on next to me, and like they kind of start like looking through binoculars or looking out their window, like trying to figure something out. And I think it's such a fun, interesting kind of thriller subgenre.
Yeah,
and
I totally agree.
in talking about this, you had revealed to me that you didn't know any of those types of movies.
No,
Just dive in.
I know like the
It's
vibe
so
that you
fun.
talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know the vibe you're talking about, but no, I didn't know. I've not seen those movies you listed, and I
Yeah.
didn't know that it was like a genuine subgenre. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
It's one of my favorites. I think it's there's even like a comedy, an old comedy that we used to watch all the time called Cops and Robertsons. It's like a Chevy Chase. Like cops come, they have to stay at his house because they're spying in the house next door because they think there's like illegal stuff, and there's like repetitive stuff like those, like watch a neighbor come out with a trash bag that's giant. Like that's one of the staples
Yeah.
of this subgenre. It's like, could that be a body? No, it's probably just
Yeah,
trash.
what's in
But
there?
it's like, it's my neighbor. He's probably not doing anything weird. It's like, but is it something weird? You know? And it's just
yeah.
it's they're fun, and so I'm just really excited about that. Yeah, he's written and directed It Follows. He also, what was the other one he did? It was Under the Silver Lake. I didn't see that one, but that one's fairly well regarded as well. But yeah, I'm excited. And that was kind of like, I just discovered that movie. So Flowervale Street, just discovered it in prepping for this list. So that's kind of a fun surprise there.
Yeah. Not even a photo, like a genuine photo on IMDb. The only thing listed is that weird backlit dinosaur that's not an official thing.
Yeah.
So
dude, it's gonna be awesome. That's a fun, like, we're out of the summer kind of rush, and it's like I'm expecting that movie to be really, really great.
Yeah.
All right, the next one I had no idea this was coming out. I had heard this reboot was coming. We are getting a new Resident Evil movie. Did you see who's directing this?
No.
Our boy Zach Krager.
What?
You know, I was expecting about Weapons, Barbarian.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is going to be good.
Yeah. So literally,
bummer, man. I'm going to have to learn about Resident Evil now.
dude, I will guide you. I am such a Resident Evil fan. Okay, so literally this guy,
for me.
yeah, I was like,
I don't need another hobby, my guy.
You're gonna flip. Okay, go get the remake of Resident Evil 4. You can get it on your PS5.
Seriously,
play through it. Or no, Resident Evil 4. I think they're making 5, but I love this series. It's really fun. It's like the survival horror genre for a video game. The original movies got really campy, but I think they're pretty fun. It's kind of like just enjoy the camp kind of and go for the ride.
yeah,
they're fun though. I like them as like the first one was a straight to video, and then the second one I think was in theaters. So it's cool how they kind of went up.
Did you watch the Resident Evil series?
I turned it off
on
after
Netflix?
like 10 minutes.
Okay, so I started the series having never seen any of the movies or played any of the games.
Yeah.
And I don't think I finished the first episode. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think anyone
So I wasn't too far off.
really liked it. But yeah, this honestly, once again, this is a director right now. We both loved Weapons. Did it make your top 3 for the year? I think it made.
Yeah.
It was a couple people's. But yeah, it's a director that I'm like, I'm in. Barbarian, his big ones are his only writer director credits are Barbarian and Weapons. And so like just that, I don't even care. I'm a Resident Evil fan, but I don't even care it's Resident Evil because I'm like, I trust the director. I'm in.
Man. All right. I need to borrow a PlayStation from someone and
Yep.
play a few games.
Dude, we'll chat.
Dang. Is this summertime, you said? When is this release?
September.
September 18?
Yeah.
So I'll spend the summer off catching up on Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
And then by September, when school started again, I'll go see the movie. I'll be good.
Yeah. And there's like,
I got
yeah,
some
there's
homework.
PS5 remakes of 2, 3, and 4 right now. So that would be a really satisfying, especially 2 and 3 are fairly short, but I think you could really get a handle in that universe and enjoy it. They're fun. It's like old school. It's like a action survival, but there's like puzzles, and it's just like, it's one of those games that like they would never make it today just because it's like, why would you stop the action for me to do a 30-minute puzzle? But that's what we got.
Okay.
So yeah, super pumped about that. Okay. October, Tom Cruise project, I don't know anything about, and I don't know. I just feel like with it not even being titled yet, I wonder if this date is going to stay the same. That's the one I'm kind of like on the fence about.
Sure.
We're getting a Street Fighter movie. So funny that we're getting a Street Fighter and a Mortal Kombat movie the same year. Like, once again, it's just
the difference?
yeah. I honestly don't know. I've never played either of these games. Especially Mortal Kombat 2 looks really fun, but I am totally one of those guys like, wait, isn't that guy in this? It's like, oh no, that's Street Fighter. Or that's, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have anything about October movies?
Gosh. I'm just gonna be rewatching old horror movies. I think. Maybe Fright Night.
Yeah, dude.
Get it.
Disturbia, Fright Night, The
Mhm.
Burbs. Start up with The Burbs. It's Tom Hanks. It's Carrie Fisher. It is such a fun,
Oh, cool.
fun ride. And yeah, definitely, I'll give you a list, but definitely check some of those out. Okay, let's jump to November. So we're getting the new Hunger Games. Is that Sunrise on the Reaping?
Yeah, Sunrise on the Reaping
Yeah.
is Haymitch's Hunger Games.
Yes. So it's the
So if you're
50th
familiar,
Hunger Games. The second quarter quell, right?
I don't remember the quills.
The quills, but yeah, it's one of the big every 25 years. I love the book, and I won't go into spoilers, but we kind of all know the book ends anyways from the other books.
Yeah.
But the trailer looks incredible. It gives definitely, especially the arena gives Midsummer vibes so strongly, and that's just terrifying.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like letting you know, like they're not holding back, you know.
Yeah.
And the same month, Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've heard good things about the book, and so that's a strong indicator that it will potentially be a good thing to adapt.
Yeah. It's one of those books too. I enjoy Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't know how good a book they are, but it's stories that I enjoy following, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's almost like for me, the Hunger Games series has become, I get to read the screenplay before I watch the movie. So it's it's hard to rank it as a book, but I really like the story, so I'm excited for the movie. And we are getting The Magician's Nephew. So we're getting a theatrical release. It's a Netflix movie, but we are getting an IMAX release.
That's cool. I like it.
Yeah. It's interesting because this is not a very cinematic story. It's such a small story. Like, especially the first one, The Magician's Nephew, is such a small, self-contained story. I think this would have been one that I'd be like, I'd be okay. I wouldn't freak out if it was only coming to Netflix, which is kind of rare for me. I'm like, if you put The Odyssey straight to Netflix, I would revolt. But it's such a small story, I'd be okay with it. But I'm excited that it's getting a theatrical release, and I will see it in theaters.
Yeah, it seems like a fun addition. I've not read that book. I've only actually, you know this, I've only read The Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. And even that one is like, oh, okay, it took some time to kind of like build up to some stuff going on here. But yeah, we're jogging through. So I can see what you mean. If Magician's Nephew is a bit slower than that, then it'd be kind of a slog. But I think if it has this investment in it, then it must be worth something. Like there's got to be a story worth telling in here.
Oh yeah.
Right. So,
well, and that's the weird part because I love the story. I think there is a story, but I'm just like, is it a IMAX experience story? You know?
yeah. Like, do you go see a drama in IMAX?
Yeah. And I'm really glad that they didn't make it a show because I think that would have made it way too slow. You know, it's like I think it can be a really tight, good story in a couple hours. The audiobook is only, what, 3.5 hours for like all of them. They're all under 4. So it's like, how much can you really have there? Which is so interesting because when you're adapting something like Harry Potter, you have to cut so much out or speed it up.
That's not exactly what I was going to say. Like the books are so content heavy that you can make a season, like an entire season.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a good year, brother.
Dude. And then, we're finishing out with Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, Dune Part 3, coming out the same day.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That is nuts.
Like I said, we're going to try to do it. Who knows where we'll be. Yeah.
Where in the world?
Well, it's funny. You don't know where you're going to be, what frame of life.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like
it's 7 days before Christmas.
Yeah. It's like, who knows what we can make happen. Yeah. I'll make the joke that was in my head. Maybe one of us is going to have a kid or two more by that point. We don't know how many.
I'll have a baby. Yeah.
You'll have one. Yeah. When are you guys due?
Yeah. In March.
Yeah. So you'll definitely have one. I was like, maybe.
You know,
I don't think there'll be another baby for me, but maybe there will be. Yeah. It's like, there'll definitely be one. Will there be 2 your feature presentation babies by that time? More? Oh. We don't know.
Who's to say 3?
3? Can we make it? If you can
twins. You got to have twins.
If we both have twins. Oh man, that'd be nuts. Okay. Don't put twins on me. Don't put that in the atmosphere. Yeah, so that's our list. Yeah, I think we already talked about it. I kind of want to move on to hear what you've been doing, what you've been watching and enjoying.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, that's our list. It's gonna be such a fun summer. Like I said, if it was just the Odyssey, if it was just Dune Messiah, I'd be excited about this year. But Project Hail Mary, and then like I said, the Flowervale Street and Resident Evil have me so pumped. And we're getting awesome adaptations like in Hunger Games and Narnia. It's gonna be, like I said, I'm so excited for this year, more than I've been in quite a couple of years, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a lot to get me. I'm not more excited than I was last summer.
Yeah.
Because there were several movies I was pumped about.
Yeah.
But I think it's building. I love summertime movies.
Yeah, me too.
Fun. I love it.
Oh, so good. All right, let's shift over. What do you want to do next?
Dude, I have a movie scene that I want to talk to you about. So, 2025, we already talked about top movies for us for the year. 28 years later was not necessarily in my top 5 for the year. However, there's a scene that stands out to me because I watched it in January. We watched it actually, didn't we? No, I saw it with someone else.
No, we talked. You have a pass. We would see all these movies together if we could, but we're 2.5 hours apart. Yeah. No, we talked about it like immediately after both of us had seen it. I think that's why it feels like.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah. So the scene that I kind of want to break down for you as very impactful for me visually for the year is from 28 years later. It's very early in the movie, and it's the Causeway chase scene. What stands out to me about this, usually when I'm floored by a scene, it's like the use of colors or like my favorite shot, which is like a boom where the camera moves and zooms at the same time and causes this weird like parallax like thing. Jaws does it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the
Okay, great.
I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's the pull in, pull out. They do the same shot in the Fellowship of the Ring when Frodo's looking down the road. It's like, I think we should get off the road, and you hear the
Yes.
Nazgul
Yeah, yeah,
scream.
yeah, yeah.
Same thing. It's like
Hmm.
it's a zoom in and zoom out, like basically at the same time.
Yeah. So I
I can
think it's
actually do
called a
that with my
boom,
eyes.
but so anyway, usually that kind of stuff catches my attention and it really sticks in my brain. Um, but the Causeway Chase, I think I've been thinking about it regularly since January, a year ago. Um, it's Spike and his dad, Jamie, who are running home, like they're trying to get home. The house that they're in has collapsed. They're trying to hide out up in the house. It collapses. They have to leave earlier than expected. They can't wait for the tide because there's a causeway that leads them to safety away from the zombies into the village where they live. And the alpha zombie, which is kind of like a new addition to this series of movies, follows them through the woods. And there are visual cues for timing that help you build suspense. So the scene starts with them stepping on this like one-way sign, like this old road sign. They get out to the beach and they're panting, they're running. Jamie has them take his boots off, Spike, and he strings them around his neck, and they start walking through shin-deep water. And then the alpha is seen running, hits the sign it makes a noise. So there's like the audio cue there too that you're familiar with. Like you guys were just there, and your tension rises. Like the internal temperature goes up 50 degrees. Like, oh no. So they start kind of jogging through the causeway. They get to a certain point, like halfway, and the backdrop is all like the northern lights, beautiful starry sky. You're reminded of the lack of technology. There's no city lights bleeding out the stars. Gorgeous, crystal clear water. And that moment of relief between a father and son, they're talking about like things that will make him a man, your first kill, your first outing. Like you did all these things. I'm so proud of you. And all of that is met with the splashing and grunting of the alpha zombie chasing after them. And they look back and they see him running through the water. Oh, and just that moment, I loved it so much. It's so visceral. I was in the theater. I could not believe what I was seeing. And the ensuing like 60-second chase scene after is like your fists are clenched. You're like white knuckling. And you're like, this can't be happening. This is just the beginning of the movie. So they have to survive, obviously, but like I'm feeling this tension. Right before the scene ends, they get to the gates and he's blowing his whistle. He's alpha, alpha, like he's trying to sound the alarm and let them know we need to come inside or we're going to die. Because a zombie's never crossed the causeway before. And it starts to cut between the chaos outside and the loud whistleblowing, shouting, people shooting arrows, and it cuts very chaotically, which is very Danny Boyle, and I love that he did this. It cuts back and forth between the chaos outside and the chaos inside that will be taking place in about an hour, which is the celebration of them surviving. And it cuts back and forth. You get like 5 or 6 second clips of them outside begging to come inside. Look at my eyes. He's clean. I'm clean. Let me inside. And they're shooting arrows at the zombie, and it cuts inside, and people are drinking and singing songs and playing violins and jumping on tables. And it goes back and forth like 3 or 4 times. And you're just ripped. Like you're absolutely torn between these two realities. And you want this last one. You want to be there so bad. You want to be in the party. You want to be in the merriment, in the survival, but you're constantly dragged back to the horror. Oh, it's perfect. I loved it. That's my scene.
Dude, that's amazing. Great scene. Great movie. And I remember the biggest struggle that people have had is just like the kind of odd ending. And the sequel just came out, and I have not seen Bone Temple, which is the second one as of the recording of this. I'm actually hoping to see it Saturday. So before this episode comes out, I'm actually hoping to see it. But by the time I'm recording, I'm not. But I'm a big fan of The Critical Drinker. He released a description on this, and in him I trust. But he said a lot of it kind of, it feels like it kind of completes this. Like it's both of these movies together are a really good project, which makes me happy. Because yeah, there were so many individual scenes in that movie that were perfect, and if there's something that kind of gives it a bit more completion, it's amazing. And I love that I was so into zombie movies growing up, just like those early 2000s. I was in like high school, into college, and all these like Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead, all these Resident Evil movies. This is what was coming out. These were the Marvel movies at the time. We were just getting zombie movies, and I love that we're getting back to zombie movies. 28 years. We're getting the Resident Evil movie, you know, and just like I feel like some zombies are making a comeback, and that's just really fun.
Yeah, they are. So cool.
I think I'll save my favorite scene from 2025 till next week.
Sweet.
Because I can go over that. But I just want to say too, like as we wrap up, we're getting back into the recordings again. We took quite a hiatus just because we had a lot going on. It's hard to record for holidays. A lot of it is just mixed. It's not even the amount of busyness. It's just like it's hard to get our schedules both on the same page, I feel like. And we also wanted to be free to give family time, you know? So excited to record again. Our weekly episodes are coming out. We just released the Doomsday episode a couple weeks ago. We've got No Country for Old Men that came out last week. I'm really hoping we're going to do a lot of after shows this year because there's so many good movies. But before we wrap up, I just love to hear what are you loving? What did you see over December, January?
Yeah. Oh, I really liked Frankenstein. I liked that a lot. Just for the visual storytelling. I liked Begonia a lot. And I watched Begonia after we did our year review, year wrap up. And Begonia is in my top 3. It booted out another movie.
Dang.
I think it put Weapons a little lower. So Begonia was great. I loved that one. Shows, I'm watching right now the Fallout season 2, and that's got me captured. I'm enthralled in that. Huge fan of the games. So I've been in that universe for a decade or more, and season 1 was terrific. Heath, I know that you're just unfamiliar with what it's like to have a video game you love adapted well, so I'm sorry for that. But
yeah, all those memes it is last year of like the Halo fans being like, it's really cool you guys have such an awesome, especially at that point too, because just the first season of Last of Us was out. Yeah, and first season of Fallout, and everyone was like, these are perfect adaptions. These are great. And then just, all the Halo fans are just like, it's really cool you guys have that. But
yeah, that's awesome.
It's tough.
Yeah, Fallout season 2 is killing it. It's really good. And I've started Pluribus. Have you heard about Pluribus?
Yes, dude. That is, pitch us the concept, because this is a show that's needs to be talked about.
Yeah. All right. My initial introduction to Pluribus was a student who said, Mr. McKay, have you seen Pluribus? And I said, I don't know what that is, but Pluribus is Latin for many.
I don't know what that is.
Have a lot to do.
Go to the office.
What?
Oh, you sent him to the office because you don't.
Pluribus. Go to. I don't know what that is. Detention.
You know
what I said? I was like, well, I know Pluribus is Latin for many, like e pluribus unum. Out of many one.
And then you immediately went into your V for Vendetta breakdown. Here's like,
almost.
Did you actually know that EV when he says that?
Yeah, E. So I said that, and I said, does it have anything to do with like a lot of something or someone? And they were like, yes, exactly that. And I was like, oh, cool. That's an aptly named show. And it's a sci-fi, dark comedy, horror.
Yeah.
These are the genres. So I was like, hey, I'm in. So I started watching it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
The first episode, one of the best pilots I've ever seen.
And it's
the premise.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say
premise.
It's free on I think that's on Amazon. Or maybe Apple TV. No, it's got to be Apple TV, right?
Yeah, I got it on Apple TV. Yeah.
Yeah. The first episode is free, even if you don't subscribe. So it's so easy to check out.
Dude, yeah, it's incredible. The premise is that there's a radio signal that is a recipe. There's 4 parts to the radio signal. This is being beamed 600 light years away to Earth. And the recipe that they're beaming us is for a virus, an RNA virus. So we make it and we start experimenting on animals. Obviously, what else are you going to do with a space virus? And it starts to infect a whole host of people on planet Earth, many of them, most of them. And crazy, crazy stuff starts to happen. There's one sequence that stuck out to me I almost talked about for my sequence of the year, but it was a TV show, and I want to finish the season before I start talking about singing the praises of episode 1. So
that's fair.
There you go.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you got going on?
I was gonna say, and that's typical Andrew too. He'll say, "Hey, give me your favorite movie scene from 2025," and then he'll be like, "Okay, so the TV show." I was like, "You said movie." It's just a
TV show from 2002.
Yeah. That was our joke, right? Is they'll be like, "Hey, give me a movie scene from 2025," and he'll show up with a TV show from the 90s. It's like, okay, cool.
Yes.
Pretty much the same. I'm loving Fallout. I think that is just my perfect. This is like, I know people have their opinions. I like the 1 episode a week. It just, I can keep up with it, and I get excited about the new episode. I can watch it if it's a show I really like. I can watch it a couple times, and loving that. And also Night of the Seven Kingdoms. At the
Cool.
When this episode comes out, 2 episodes will have been out, but I've only seen the first one. Love the first one. I love the novella, and it's a smaller story for the Game of Thrones universe, but the creator was like, I wanted to outdo House of the Dragon on a lower budget. Like, that's his stated goal.
Cool.
And I'm like, that's so interesting because they're kind of on the same team. But I'm like, once again, It's like, it doesn't have to be this huge spectacle to be a good story. And the story is there. The novella is a good story. And so if they're like,
it is.
Oh, hey, you want a crazy war with dragons? House of Dragons season 3 is coming out this year. Just wait. But this is a smaller story about a hedge knight, it's pretty much A Knight's Tale. That's the story. If you love the movie A Knight's Tale, it's like that, and it's humorous like that, and it's just with some Game of Thrones flair. Did you watch the first episode yet?
No, not yet, but
Okay.
I love the books. Yeah,
Dude.
I love the short stories.
I think you'll be pleased. I think it's a great adaptation. So we'll be talking more about that. But yeah, that was my main takeaways is just Fallout and Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So excited to do shows again. We're back with the weekly. This is episode 70 of our regular show.
Wow.
Can you believe it? So pumped. All right, dude. Why don't you take us home?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thanks for watching our full video show on YouTube and on Spotify. As always, you can follow us on socials, Instagram, TikTok, and we post a lot of shorts on YouTube as well. So give us a subscribe there. The more you follow along, the more likely you are to comment on any videos we post. We love conversations and we love to engage in dialogue. So do so. And as always, go see a movie.
Go see a movie.